I'm ready.
Everyone, welcome to another Sales Wisdom podcast called Email Edition. Today we have Matt Lucero with us. He is the founder at Nevo Marketing, and we're going to talk about cold email, agency, and everything in between. Matt, can you give us a quick introduction about yourself? Tell us a bit more about Nevo.
Yeah, quick intro. My name is Matt, 21 years old. I'm running Nevo Marketing right now, which is a cold email agency. We work on a pay-per-performance basis, so you're only paying for the meetings that actually show up, no retainers. I run a YouTube channel. I'm on Twitter. And yeah, I'm just kind of going to talk about a little bit about my agency, growing agency, and everything in between. So yeah.
100%, dude. Why did you decide to start in cold email? What attracted you to it?
Yeah, so I was kind of bouncing around between different ways to run, like SMMA type businesses. I tried drop shipping a long time ago, but I stumbled upon a guy, his name's Carson Fox on YouTube. He's doing relatively well. And I took one of his programs, learned about lead generation. He taught a lot about LinkedIn, Facebook, and the more DM oriented stuff. And then I stumbled upon cold email and found out how powerful it can be, how strong you can target people, the deliverability, and basically the scale you can take it to is unlike anything else. So that was really intriguing. And then, in my own experience, I use it to book meetings for myself, and it's phenomenal. You get actually qualified people on the phone. You can target by head count filters, all kinds of stuff you can't really do with any other like outreach platform.
Yeah, I also started with drop shipping, buying ties for $1 on AliExpress and selling them like for 50 in my native Montreal, Canada. That did well, but I didn't feel like good doing that. And I went through a bunch of agencies myself. So I'm not sure if I should say lucky to have stumbled upon cold email, but I tried call centers. I tried LinkedIn outreach. LinkedIn started limiting people at 30 connects a day. And then I tried cold email and was like, holy shit, this can scale. So yeah, cold email is pretty a bomb right now. What type of clients do you work with, and what type of industry are you seeing that is really hot right now?
Yeah, so the clients I work with, I don't have any sort of specific niche. I'll take on people. The main thing that I kind of screen for is that they have like a proven offer.
Okay.
So we don't have to rediscover product market fit, and that they have solid case studies and a few other criteria, like we can target their market, they're easily targetable, their TAM is big. But yeah, we'll take on any B2B company really that has like a strong offer and an audience that we can target. And what I've been seeing works well. I mean, I'm what I like honestly is marketing agencies.
Yeah.
Even though it's like one of the most like picked upon industries, but it just works well because you can come forward with an ROI based offer, right? You can try and push and say we can help you make more money, which is a really strong way to reach out to people versus, a more or less ROI based approach whenever you're reaching out to people. So
Yeah, 100%. And people are surprised when I tell them that I work with agencies because they're like, don't they know how to generate their own leads? And the answer to that is no. Some of them are specialized in branding, which is more long-term. Some of them do landing pages. But yeah, ironically, like most of them do not know how to generate leads quickly. They're a classic type of business. So they ran with a couple of clients. Their renewal rate is really strong, but they don't know how to generate new business. And that's where we come in. We generate them 5, 10, 15 meetings a month. Curious to see like some of your campaigns that are doing well on your own account. I think you told me you use Instantly, right?
yeah, that's correct. I use Instantly, and I've been testing out Maility as another platform.
What's the second one?
Maility.
Melody.
Yeah.
First time I hear about that one. Seems there's like new ones popping every day. But yeah, Instantly has a major traction nowadays. So like how do you build your list? Do you use like Apollo? And do you go like in specific niches, for example, scraping clutch, I don't know, AdWords agencies, for plastic surgeons? What do your internal campaigns look like?
Yeah, so for internally, so I do use Instantly primarily as a sending platform, and then on like the data scraping side, I do really like Apollo. Apollo has great filters.
Yep.
Compared to, I've heard other people have successful sales nav, but Apollo I think is really strong because of the filters are kind of unmatched that I've seen on basically any other platform. The email data is solid, And so I kind of use that a lot on the lead scraping side. The tool side, yeah, instantly Melody are awesome. And then I build that under with like G Suite accounts, and that's allowed the deliverability to be really strong. I don't have the exact numbers on like inboxing, but I do get, 70% plus open rates on a majority of the campaigns I run. Some seeing as high as even 80 or 90. But yeah, those Apollo is definitely a strong part of the tech stack.
And how much campaigns do you run on your side internally to prospect new clients? Is it more like 20 or more like 1,000 like myself?
Yeah, so I really only like the actual different campaigns. I'm split testing a few variations of copy. I have 2 active campaigns, but that's across 20 different domains with 1 inbox each. So we're looking at, I'm sending somewhere in the ballpark of 600 to 800 emails a day for my own outreach.
Okay,
So
yeah, it's pretty good. And how much meetings do you get per day with that? Is it like 3, 5, 10?
I don't have actually the numbers off the top, and I I wish I could have them off the top. Last month I booked about 33, but that was a combination of inbound and outbound too. And I didn't have, that was about half the sending volume too, because I just set up new domains. But yeah, so I probably in the ballpark of, I'd say about 1 to 2 a day.
It's pretty
Maybe,
good.
yeah.
How's your closing rate? Because me, I do like more volume, as you might know, and I take a lot of risks. I landed in your spam. Plus, I sent you like a email that wasn't relevant. So that's kind of funny, but that's how we got in touch. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
My close rate nowadays probably like 15, 17-ish. It was more like around 30 pre-recession, so like 2022. How does your close rate look like?
Yeah, there's a couple like delineations I want to make is that
Yeah,
like the qualified close rate, like I would say just overall out of the sales calls I take to the people that actually close, it's probably like less than 10, even
yeah,
10%, because
yeah,
a lot of people are unqualified or their offers just aren't good. But out of the
yeah,
people that I think are fit and like I present an offer to, I would say it's above 20%. So
yeah,
yeah, that's the big thing. I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube too, and so a
yeah.
lot of the people that come in from those channels might not even be like qualified at all with their offers.
Yeah, that was my next question, and that exactly uh tells you like why I'm not like that bullish on those channels, although it is probably 10% of my time spent. The lack of qualification, not sniping people that are interested in your offer. So you mentioned around like 20 leads per month. Would 5 or 6 come from Twitter and YouTube together? Would that be your organic reach?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, a majority come from a cold email, but the best part about the cold email ones is they almost certainly are qualified because
Yeah.
you can target by head, if I target someone who has a 11 plus head count, a 50 plus head count, they're for sure budget qualified versus the people that come in from Twitter, YouTube, they could have
Yeah.
started their business yesterday. So yeah.
Correct. And like, what's your posting frequency on Twitter or YouTube? Are you more bullish on YouTube vs Twitter? How does that work?
So yeah, I'm more bullish for sure on YouTube because of just like how infinite the assets are.
Yeah.
And yeah, even though some of the inbound leads I've gotten so far haven't been 100% qualified, most of them at least, there still is a lot of, you get on a lot of people's radar by being on YouTube. Not a lot of people are on YouTube like they are on Twitter and LinkedIn,
Mm,
and the assets are basically infinite. I posted a video, a month ago and it's still getting views
yeah.
consistently, right? Like you just see that even though for me, I'm still on a smaller scale, but it's like 20 views a day come in on a video and I don't do anything versus Twitter, the half-life of it, you post it and most of the times you're going to get 90% of the engagement within the first 5 hours.
Correct. Yeah. I had a pod before you with Michael Gardner. He said the exact same thing. And I agree with that. Like Elon has somewhat of a big problem in his hands with that algorithm. The question would be like, are they like real views? The 80% would be yes, they are real views. Have you been experimenting with YouTube Shorts as well? Have you been seeing 5 to 10x increase of the views with Shorts?
Yeah, so I do have shorts. I've been regularly posting them, and yeah, the shorts they pop off a lot more. Like you can have no subscriber base, nothing, and they can get like 1,000 plus views.
Mm,
I don't know about the quality. I would say most the inbound leads I've actually gotten from YouTube, I don't think any of them have been from the shorts, but it seems like it's a really good way to get like exposure and to get subscribers versus the YouTube videos are very much for like the nurturing, getting people to know about your product or service and trust you as an
Yeah.
authority.
Yeah, and the type of clients you get from your videos, are they agencies too, or are they random unqualified leads, most of them?
No, I mean a lot of them are they're solid agencies. They're just not quite the ones I've gotten so far aren't quite there on the budget side. They're more like starting out, but they're
Okay.
in relevant industries. They're awesome people. The people I've gotten on the phone with, it just kind of varies. I won't blanket say that all of them are unqualified, but I would say that in kind of whenever you're selling like a high ticket B2B service, that cold outreach is number one going to be your best channel by far. But you can YouTube and stuff, it still nurtures your brand really well. I even had a client, or not a client, I had a prospect who I sent a cold email to them. They went and they watched all my YouTube videos and they're like, wow, we're blown away with like everything you're sharp. So yeah, YouTube is 100% super bullish.
Yeah, that's huge for closing rate, and just seeing your face, and you know, for trustability, for branding, that is huge, qualifies you as an expert. Uh, how many clients do you have right now?
So yeah, actively I have 4 different offers I'm working with. My
Okay.
agency is relatively young, so I've really only started hard pushing on this cold email offer in like December. So yeah, it's still we're still pretty young into the journey, but we're growing and we're learning a ton on the way, and our clients are getting pretty good results.
Yeah, you're
One of our
moving
clients,
fast for sure.
yeah, one of our clients just closed the 48K deal from one of our leads. So that was like a super huge win on our end. And yeah,
Wow. What type of clients was that? Was it an agency and
yeah, they're actually in the IT industry. So
IT?
they serve local businesses with IT support.
Well, it's pretty exciting. Like 48 K, like how much you charge per month in average?
So yeah, the pricing varies a ton. We usually charge a setup fee. That ballpark, it could be it's usually in the low thousands. It's a one-time setup fee, and
Okay.
then we charge a per meeting booked fee, qualified meeting booked. So whenever we book the meeting, they get built at the end of the month, and that can range. That range varies a ton between targeting, etc. So it could be anywhere on the low end, it could be 250 a month. On the high end, if you're trying to target Fortune 500 or some crazy thing, we could
Yeah.
charge much, much higher. So
Yeah, 1,000, 2,000 even per meeting. A Fortune 500 meeting is worth a lot. It's very hard to get in touch with these decision makers. Have you been targeting larger companies? And if so, like what strategies have you been adopted to not hit their spam filters?
yeah, so primarily across most of my clients, I've been targeting I would say the sub 1,000 headcount companies.
Mhm.
And the main thing that we're doing is like make sure that we're not getting in the spam folders, having that strong email infrastructure, building it on building on inboxes, not ripping like a crazy volume, just kind of spreading it out thinly, evenly. And then not having any links, not having any images, basically doing everything possible to maximize deliverability, having the record set up straight, and then like coming in with a very like human approach that's not super salesy most of the time. Try and keep it as very light and light as possible.
Love it. For the setup fee, I see a lot of agencies charging this. Do you give your clients access to the account, or is it like fully you managing it on your side?
So yeah, most of our clients that I've talked to so far, they want basically nothing to do nothing to do with it. They just want the meetings on the calendar because that's what we're selling. So we don't give access to our clients for their inboxes unless because we haven't had anyone ask for it. Maybe if someone asked for it, then we could figure something out. But we manage all the replies, we send all the emails, so it's kind of like a hands-off, done for you service.
Love it. Are you doing LinkedIn outreach too?
Yeah, so I'm doing low scale LinkedIn outreach on my behalf. And then for one of my clients, I'm also doing low scale LinkedIn outreach, but I'm not really offering it as like a service.
The results are, yeah, it's probably like 10% what like cold email can provide, generally speaking, not only because of the limits, but yeah, there's so many players on LinkedIn. I get pitched like 5 to 10 times a day via LinkedIn, while I get pitched probably 2 to 3 times in cold email on a daily basis. By the way, I'm surprised I'm not like getting pitched that much. That must be because I'm changing inbox that frequently. But yeah, I'm seeing like less and less traction with LinkedIn. Are you seeing the same?
Yeah, LinkedIn long term, I think the problem with LinkedIn is the scale, right? You can only if you could have really high scale on LinkedIn, I think it would be a lot stronger. And I know a lot of people who have success on LinkedIn, so I don't want to write it off as a platform entirely. It has really you can nurture people with the outbound messages and have them see your inbound content. So it really kind of goes both ways. But I would say that like if you're building an agency and you're trying to manage stuff for clients and get really good scale, it can be tough because you're capped at 30 connection requests a day or 50 connection requests a day, then you have to buy account. It becomes like a nightmare and you're kind of at the mercy of whatever LinkedIn decides to do at any given moment.
Yeah, true that. Matt, I need to run on my side. I have another call, but like it's been really instructive. I want to do this again, so we need to set another pod. Where can people find out more about you?
Yeah, so I have a Twitter, Matt Lucero underscore. I have a YouTube, Matthew Lucero. Talk about cold email and all kinds of stuff. I'm also on LinkedIn. But yeah, check out the YouTube videos. Website is anevomarketing.com, ANEVO marketing.com. And yeah, that's where you can find me.